Hello and welcome to this week's reading. Before I was shuffling and sorting out the cards today, I had a message from Thoth come through, and his message for you was practice from teaching others, for greatness breeds freedom. The dream is right here. Get excited, for dreams come true. Grow from practicing and offer depth for growth. From a ready and happy place, offer authenticity. Dear ones, great depth of being erades fears, dream, freedom. And I've never heard of the word erades, so I had to look that up. And apparently, it's a word that isn't used anymore and it means to remove. So, remove your fears. And I lost my best friend about 13, 14 years ago now. And she also, I've only contacted her a few times, and she had a message she also wanted to share. And it was the present moment comes from getting happy. Peace remembers where the ego forgets. Focus, getting happy. And here you get prosperity. So I just wanted to share that for you. I don't know about any of you, but maybe a lot of you have also been having more communication from spirit lately. I know that I have. It's really been amping up. So I feel there is a breakthrough energy coming through to many of you, and a lot of searching has been taking place. And now or soon, you are receiving clarity on the answer or situation that you have been seeking. It may have taken quite a bit of, shifting through or sifting through all of your feelings and emotions and really looking deep within. You may realize there are people, places, or things in your life that you no longer want. If this has taken a lot of work, to get you to this understanding, know that, it feels like a divine intervention energy that is helping to steer and course correct your path so you can start doing what you love and are no longer going to settle and be held back anymore. Wow, I really love this empowering energy coming through. And the first card we have for our theme is the sword. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. So there is a decision to make in your life, or you have already decided what you need to do. There may be a hesitation, though, to go through with your decision. It could mean you have to leave a person, place, or role behind, and this could relate to a job or a relationship. The decision needs to be carried out in a way that is clear for anyone involved, and this needs to be decided from your heart and not your logical mind. So, try and make sense of it. Just, have that, thought and feeling before you make any decision that it is definitely what you want to do, and just do what feels most right to you now. The next card we have crossing this theme is Vinegar. The tongue knows vinegar. Even the suggestion of receiving a few drops into the mouth reminds us of vinegar's sour and lip-puckering qualities. In alchemy, vinegar serves as an active agent of distillation, fermentation, and preservation. It is incredibly useful when applied in the right amounts and with intention. This said, it can be easily overused, overwhelming the situation at hand. When the vinegar card is present in a reading, it indicates a sour note permeates the laboratory. It is likely something from the past is showing up in the present and demanding our attention. It is in vinegar's nature to take over, to overwhelm. Be cautious with this material. A little goes a long way. As they say, it is productive to look at your past, but not to stare. Such is the complex energy of vinegar. So, when looking back at your past in regards to this person or situation, there may be things rising up that you don't like. There could be some painful memories that are guiding you towards your decision, whether that is to stay and try and work through this and sustain this relationship or role, or whether it is now becoming clear that you don't want this in your life anymore. Either way, this can be a painful process. It really shouldn't be rushed. Really sit with these feelings and emotions and let that guide you towards your choice. The next card we have is 21 Nut and Geb, Wholeness, Creation of Sacred Purpose, Divine Parents. So, when you make this decision, there will be a sense of peace within you. This is a card of alchemy and transformation and inner balance. By integrating the lessons and really balancing your inner masculine and feminine, you become more whole and embodied. From this place of balance, you are more easily guided and may feel more communication from your ancestors or spirit come through to you. Being in nature and feeling your connection to all that is, above and below, within and without, will really help you feel more centered, especially if you have been going through like a really hard time lately. Our unconscious thoughts about this situation is 27, Metatron Rainbow Bridge, always open. So the Vinegar card was pointing to memories and looking back. And this could relate to someone you have lost. There could be feelings of grief you are going through. This is a sacred process. So, really be gentle and kind to yourself. With what I said about my friend Becky, who I lost many years ago, I've only, like I said, had contact with her a few times. And periods of grief can come and go, like they ebb and flow. I don't think we ever really get over losing a loved one. So it is a process that really takes time, and it's not a one and done thing. You will go through periods where you feel okay, and then you'll go through periods where you're really sad. Just sit with those feelings. It's okay. This card is a reminder that your loved ones are always here with you. You may not physically see them, but if you try and be more present, you may notice subtle signs. And also, don't be afraid to ask for specific signs you do want to see. One of mine was, the robin that I get in my garden. And funnily enough, today, before I did this reading, the robin appeared on my fence. And I just knew that was a sign from Becky saying it's okay to share the message she shared with me. So you may also be called or already work with those who are grieving or work in the multi-sensory realm. And you could have a really strong ability for communicating with those that have passed. And this can really help you move through your grief as well. Like for me, I started off using, divination rods and a pendulum with a communication board to start getting the messages from loved ones or from my guides. So if you are struggling with communication with those that you would like to communicate with, you could try doing this. This may really help you start to open up your intuition more. The next card we have is what's past or ending, and that is the Three of Pentacles. So you have been working hard towards a set vision or goal, and you feel a real sense of duty towards this. This may be something you have been working on in the background while tending to your other priorities. This could be working on your gifts, your talents, and improving your skill set so you can make, a move towards your goals. The situation you have been in may have made it hard to dedicate your energy more fully to this thing that you are working on, but by recognizing what has been holding you back really allows you to make a change, towards where you really want to be. And we go from the 3 to the 8 of Pentacles, and this is in the future position. So the spider, builds and weaves her web with skill and dedication. So there is a time now of unfolding. It's a really delicate process, and I would say you are developing your skills in a particular area, and this is something that you are really passionate about. Don't feel the need to rush, because obviously the Pentacles is the slowest moving suit. Don't feel the need to rush so you can jump to a reward. The Eight of Pentacles, is about craftsmanship and dedicating time and care to this area that you are passionate about. This may be, a beginning of a new passion or hobby that will be internally and externally fulfilling for you. This isn't about, forcing anything for a quick result. It is about building and giving this all of the nourishment it needs. If you do have a lot of commitments and you are working alongside this passion, then try and carve out a dedicated daily practice and routine for this passion. Because if this is something that really lights you up, then everything else will kind of just feel better because you are giving that passion more time and dedication. The next card we have is You or Your Energy, and that is Order of Melchizedek. Embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. So, Melchizedek is an ancient gatekeeper who helps guide you to your greatness. If you feel called, invoke him and ask for the answers that you may be seeking at this time. Your journey, has taught you so much, and you realize these lessons and challenges have been necessary for your growth. And there may be times where you have felt like giving up because this journey is not easy. I heard something on a podcast yesterday that said, your wounds bring wisdom. And that really resonated with me. I think many of us only share, the light and the good, but it is also the dark and hard times that guides us. So, by sharing your truth in all aspects, it can help others feel like they are not alone. We all go through hard times, and this is part of our process on the journey. But as Thoth said, it's about, being authentic and teaching others, as this, brings out more of your gifts and talents. The next card we have is Autumn, and this is energy coming in, release the old and rest. So there is a time of healing taking place where you now know what you need to let go of. Holding on to something you've outgrown won't work and will only make the letting go more painful. When you release this, it will make space for something new to grow or come in for you. There could also be something important coming in. Maybe this is also, pointing towards the autumn time as well. And this will be relating to an intention that you have set for yourself. You could be seeing ravens as well at this time. I know I do, like every day. They are divine messengers between worlds. So if you do see them regularly, try and be still and present when you notice them, as they could have a message coming through to you from spirit as well. We do also have quite a few, circles and moons and things showing up in this reading. And, this could be, closing out cycles and chapters, which I think, is really prominent in this reading. And with the next card being creativity, I think this is pointing towards creativity. With the Pentacles suit, this is kind of about our home, our income, and, what we're doing here on Earth. So I do think creativity has a big part to play in this. So the new passion or skill you have been working on could be something, like I said, that is creative. And it doesn't have to be, a normal creative project, whether that's art or music. It could be anything, like cooking or gardening or decorating. But this is something that you have been thinking a lot about. And I would say now is the time to start doing it. Whatever you feel drawn to create or do, just start doing it. Because the more you do this thing, the more inspiration you get. It's not like you have to wait to be inspired. Just do the thing that you love to do, and more inspiration comes when you do that. The last card we have is our outcome or key, and that is Ancestor of Hope. And this is calling you to look forward with hope. Your ancestors are helping you through any dark places that you have been going through, and they are bringing you hope, strength, and support to move forward with courage. The creative projects you explore give you the energy you need right now, and you are on the path towards your destiny. And the hard work is worth it, and it will pay off. So the angel number we have today is 9999, which I think for me, that's like the end of a cycle before we go into a 1. And it says culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. And the animal spirit we have with us today is Giraffe Visionary. Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. So, this journey has not been easy, but you have learned so much in this process. There is a cycle coming to a completion, and a new cycle is going to start. You have all the tools you need already, and you have the vision and dedication to make, and reach your goals. So the path ahead just needs you to take that first step. You are heavily guided at this time by spirit, and you will be seeing signs of this coming in. As long as you are living, and acting from a place of love, you will always be on the right path. So just to let you know as well, towards the end of April, I will be releasing some readings. Because I work full time, I can only do like a couple a week. So let me know if you're interested. I'll start to share the details around, middle to late April. So if you also connect with Thoth or any other spirits, please let me know in the comments. And thank you. And until next time, bye.